Today's video is on 3 reasons for stacking cluelessness. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching Yankee Stacking. And today we're going to open up 5 more American Silver Eagles that I got at my favorite local coin shop. But while I do that and put it into my 2019 tube over there, I want to talk about 3 reasons for what I call stacking cluelessness. And you know what this is, right? If you're in the stacking community, if you stack precious metals, you know that the preponderance of your friends and family and those that you work with, they have no idea what you're doing. They're clueless. In fact, the other day while I was at church, there was someone that I trust, that I know well, that knows that I stack gold and silver. I try to keep that list to a very, very small amount of people. But this one person knows and kind of forgot about it. It's no big deal to this person. And we were talking about something, and it came up in the course of the conversation. And she goes, "Oh yeah, that's right. You stack rocks." That was so funny. You stack rocks. So hence the thumbnail. But anyways, I did want to talk about that level of cluelessness to stacking silver and gold. And I want to talk about 3 things in particular. So the first thing is what I call the curse of the 401k. Now, I'm probably going to step on the third rail here of investing. And I apologize. I am not trying to blow up the idea that the 401k is a great investment vehicle. I think a lot of defined contribution plans like the 401k, the 403b, the SEP, whatever it is, are good vehicles to invest in. My first job when I got out of college, I stayed 18 years at. That's kind of rare. I have never gotten that far in another job since. And I was fully involved in the 401k. In fact, I maxed out my contributions. The 401k was never supposed to be, never intended to be our primary or sole investment vehicle for retirement. It was a supplement to the pension. That's great. And what it meant for companies is that they could slowly move away from the pension or quickly move away from the pension and scuttle it completely. And that's what most companies have done. They've just pitched the whole thing. And now it's all about the 401k. And a lot of companies offer matches, right? Maybe 2.5% or 5% or whatever it is against what you contribute to. And that's great. However, when you invest in a 401k, you have most of the time, there are limited options for you. There are certain primary funds that they try to funnel you to. Maybe there's just a few funds. Maybe there are a lot of funds that you can choose from. But you need to remember, a lot of those funds charge fees, and they can be kind of pricey. They can eat into your returns. The other thing is 401ks primarily, almost exclusively, lock you into investing in stocks or bonds, mutual funds. Why is that? Well, our economy is primarily driven by the stock market, the equities and bond markets that most people invest in. Frankly, without that, our economy would tank. In fact, we think of the health of our economy based on markets. So it is not surprising that most of our retirement is locked up in the markets, stock market. Our retirement is based on that. And that's a danger, guys. There are a lot of other ways that you can invest. You can invest in property and, hard tangible assets like art or precious metals. But when you're in a 401k, you don't have that kind of flexibility. So while I don't think the 401k is a bad thing, we need to be very cautious about trusting it The rules that were set in place years and years ago have been changed and can easily be changed by an act of Congress. That's the 401k. That's one of the reasons why I think people are clueless. They've trusted completely in that if they have one, and they just feel that that's pretty much the only way to save for retirement. Now, before I talk about number 2, let's take a closer look at these. American Silver Eagles. They are 2019 brilliant uncirculated coins. Now, Yankee usually doesn't get brilliant uncirculated, but I was at the coin shop and Tim was being awfully kind in other ways to me, so I thought, you know what, I need to fill up this tube anyways of 2019 brilliant uncirculated American Silver Eagle, so might as well start doing that now. Again, I do hold on to my coins without gloves. It's not a big deal to me. I do try to treat the BUs, nicer than I do my culls, but I don't have a problem with toning. So let's start slapping these in the tube. But I do want to talk about my second reason why I think there's some stacking cluelessness out there. And that is a lack of economic education in our public high school. Now, with all due respect and admiration to all you teachers out there, you school administrators, I have been blessed, my wife and I have been blessed to put our 3 kids through school without having to send them to the public school system. They go to private schools. It has been a tremendous sacrifice. I have had to give up toys and trips and treasure, including stacking, to make sure that my kids could get a quality education. One of the ways I think public schools have shortchanged our kids is teaching them fundamental life skills around managing their personal finances, debt, how to handle a credit card, the ways to create and stick to a budget, and yes, even investing. How to build and preserve your wealth. I've had opportunities to see my kids learn about life skills around saving and in handling their finances. Very important. And I believe it's one of the reasons why many people in our country are clueless when it comes to stacking. They don't know this. This is a pile of rocks to them. I think our public school system has largely failed them. All right, so that was number 2. Number 3 reason is we have a pain-free mindset in our society. What do I mean by that? Well, from taking pills to parenting to monthly payments, we don't like pain. Pain is to be avoided at all costs. Now, I'm not a masochist, okay? Yankee doesn't like pain. In fact, one of the things I did last week was I chaperoned a bunch of high school students on a fall mountain retreat. They do it every year at the private school that Little Stacks goes to. One of the things this school does is climb mountains. But climbing a 4,000 or 5,000 foot mountain is not without pain. Quite frankly, I'm feeling a lot of pain right now on Saturday after getting back down from Mount Washington. I feel muscles that I don't normally feel. I actually, got a boo-boo. That's why this bandage is on my thumb. But pain is part of life. Pain is part of climbing a mountain. Pain is part of sacrificing for your children. It's part of work. Pain can't always be avoided. And I think our society is so fixated on avoiding pain. They don't want to pay debts. Our society, our American society especially, doesn't want to pay the price for our fiat-driven, debt-fueled economy. We want everything without any pain. We want to be able to take a pill when we're in pain. Yeah, I took a few Tylenol when I got home. I understand, why we take pain relievers, and pain relievers are important to be able to have, especially when we're injured. But we want always to pop a pill and avoid all kinds of pain. And frankly, pain is a part of life. We have to be able to be willing to sacrifice and feel some pain when it comes to our finances. So those are 3 ways that people show stacking cluelessness. I better turn that sideways. Not done with this tube yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 13 American Silver Eagles here, so I'm not quite done with my 2019 roll. But I'm working on it. Still trying to reach that monster box. And really looking forward to showing you that when I'm done. So anyways, thank you so much for watching Yankee Stacking. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. I also realized that a lot of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. When I looked at that metric, I was like, you got to be kidding me. How are they even finding Yankee Stacking? So guys, if you haven't subscribed to me, you just hit that down there and, give me a subscription. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And until next time, hope your day is A-OK.